Hello everybody and welcome back to our little farming adventure. Now I'm standing right outside the storage room because I've done a few things in between episodes. I spent an entire day, blade of grass. I spent an entire day just overhauling the world and getting it geared up for the final mods. Something I found out while going through the mods and trying to figure everything out is I actually have to beat the Ender Dragon for brewery and vinery because I need chorus fruit for both of those. So that's going to be a fun experience. Oh, sun's going down. Okay, well that's fine. Let's spend the next few seconds over here then. I put a plant here, overhauled this. My tables have been slowly moving out of the main building. So now I have all of this going on. All my forges are in here. Just because this made sense, they would have forges. Sadly, I can't make it match better. I may be able to bring like some nether brick in here and maybe make that match a bit better. But these are actually all like storage. So if I ever have any need to move my ores and things, they can all go in there. And then coming over here, I put tables and decor all through here. There's also a cat here now. So all through here. Then in here is all decorated. There's actually some advancements in Candlelight to place down certain food items. Let me see. Here we go. This is put an enchanted golden apple on a set table and eat it. I do not have an enchanted golden apple, so that one's going to have to wait a while. But everything else for Candlelight I've done as far as advancement wise. And it has you put like certain dishes on the tables. So I went ahead and did that just to kind of like fill in some more space. Back here, I went ahead and put all the leaves and finished filling in these gardens. I'm going to put in this pathway after I figure out these gardens. And then I'm going to put in this pathway and finish all of this out. But going back this way. Now we have a path going back over here. And this goes into like a little bit of a break area for the restaurant workers, as well as an expansion into the storage area with a little wood cutting area back here. And then in here, you'll notice that a lot of stuff has changed. For one, this is now purely decorative. This has no botany pots over here anymore. This is all my flower storage now. And then wood storage and stone storage. And then the few botany pots I have left over are over here. I have very few left because I had so much stuff. I couldn't figure out where to put it all. I mean, I have so much oak wood. All three of these double chests are full of oak wood. I have an overflow over here. And I have a golden barrel up here filled with oak wood. I'm not going to need any more for a good while. And then I overhauled in here, moving my bone meal maker from out here, just out in the middle of the floor, to back in here. And then I have all these chests. I still have some empty chests back here. No, I still have dirt in my inventory. And then all my furnaces got moved down, so we just have now this wall. All my extra tables that I'm eventually going to find spots for. I think I'm going to find a spot to put the loom next to the sheep area. We have our tinkerer's bench and our alchemy bench. I also have a dog now. Just quickly take a nap. Eventually, I want to move out of this building and back into the starter house for my bed at least. Everything else is just going to slowly move back. My botany bench and my wood bench are here. And heading back out this way. I've actually been, well, first of all, taming some cats as I've been going through. I've actually been slowly decorating the starter house like I said I was going to. So there's a table. I have like just the bare basics in here right now. I haven't done anything with the greenhouse, but I do have like a bed and everything in here again. So all of that's set up. have to admit to something. I cheated, and I'm going to explain why. It is only for one thing, and it's the only thing I'm going to cheat on. Because I tried for hours to get this thing to spawn naturally. Nobody could tell me how to get it to spawn naturally, and I needed to finish one of the mods. This cow. Oh god, let me see if I can pull him out real quick. This guy. The buffalo and everything I went and got naturally. But this guy, this is a nether wart, or a warty woolly cow or something like that. He comes from the warped forest in the nether, and nobody could tell me how I got him to spawn. I tried bringing woolly cows through the portal. I've tried sitting outside just a portal that is in the warped forest. I've tried near about everything to try and get one of these things to spawn naturally, but I couldn't find, even in the wiki, it doesn't tell you how exactly to spawn these guys or how to get one of them. So I just spawned one in. But the buffalo back there, I did grab him from our savannah village. Down here. And I do have a goat. Where is it? Got it from somewhere over there. There it is. I got it from over here. Had to drag it from here all the way back. This was not fun. But luckily I had already come over here because I had, you can see these two buildings here. This portal and this portal was where I was trying to get the woolly warty cow, whatever its actual name is. I was trying to get it to spawn through the portals, and both of these are in warped forest, just different placements in a warped forest. There's also one over here. Yeah, there's another one where I tried to get it to spawn over there too. Just different types of warped forest. This one's just outside of warped forest. This one's inside an old growth warped forest. And this one's inside of a warped forest. So I tried a few different alternatives. And I had one woolly cow going with me throughout all of them. He's now living inside this building. Maybe one day I'll drag him back, but I don't think I'm going to. That's just a whole lot of, I don't want to do it. But I found a goat on my way back through here. So I now have my buffalo. I have my goat. Everybody's here. The goat has been causing nothing but chaos, as goats do, so he's stuck in here. You know what you did. The lack of a horn tells you. He's caused chaos. I don't like that goat. And it apparently don't like me. But that brings up another thing. Today we are focusing on bakery. Also, captain. Today we are focusing on bakery, but I also completely forgot I still have meadow to do as well. Meadow, I've been trying to figure out where exactly I want to put it. I've been thinking about putting it down in here somewhere. Like maybe in the middle down here. Because I want it to be a part of Vinery, kind of like why I have bakery and the herbal brews right next to each other, because tea and baked goods just always goes together. Cheese and wines typically go together. So I want to put it somewhere down here, just close by to Vinery, because it would make sense that they would be close to one another. So, been trying to figure out how exactly I want to figure that one out. But today is not that focus. Today is bakery. And its entire thing. Also, forgive the fact that I have literally 5 bajillion donkeys around. Every time one of the Vinery villagers spawn, he leaves donkeys, and I can't get him to stop doing it. Okay, now there is still some design work to be done, because the building is massive, so of course, it needs some flair, some touches. Like I said, with most of these videos, I'm going to design them off camera, just like how I did with this one. I'm going to get all the major building stuff in place, and then design the buildings afterwards as I get to them. So, this last time I spent my entire time reorganizing my storage and doing this building. And then next is going to be actually the pathways that go through all of this and designing this building. I also still need to get villagers moved into that building. I have both of them, I know where they're at. I just need to get them moved over here. Because it's a long way from the villager breeder all the way over to here. But I think they're going to be the last set of villagers I have to move. So that's going to be fine. I'm just going to do that in between episodes. Because villagers being villagers. I never put in a door here. Hold on. Building is not complete. I never put in a freaking... That is so like me, though. I thought I had finished the bottom floor. Didn't touch it again. I also need to make some bakery things and put those in, so... Give me a second. I will be right back. Okay, and there we go. The bare basics are in place. I have a general idea as to what I'm going to do in here. And then I have all the stuff figured out. Now, there's going to be plenty of these, like, displays, like this cake display. This is going to be moved, like, in between these. These are going to be holding, like, baked goods that are about to go out to the different restaurants that are here. So maybe one of these is going to the tea shop, the other one's going to the restaurant just across the area. Then, of course, we have our stove and our sink back here for all the jams and stuff we're going to be making. And, of course, I'm going to have, like, some wall cabinets up across this back wall, just so we have some extra storage and stuff back there. And, even though it is night, you can still see that all of our gardens are finished and ready to go. Okay. Now, in order to get the advancement for this one, hold on. Where is bakery? There it is. There is actually an advancement to get every single baked good. That's how you get the flag for this one. Which means I have to make all of these in this episode. Now, I already have a touch of them. Like, I already have a handful. I think they're actually down there in my Farmer's Delight building. So I'm going to go run and grab those, see what I don't have to make, and see what I do have to make. Okay. I went and found everything I would need in order to get through most of this stuff. First and foremost, it's a lot. Secondly, I had to go through, I had to make jars, some random stuff like brown mushrooms and stuff. I have blueberries, brown mushrooms, and cocoa beans growing because I do not have a lot of those items, but they are required for certain things here. So, that's a thing. And of course, jams and stuff. I have a whole bunch of sugar because, if you remember back when I had all of those, botany pots, I actually had one specifically for sugarcane because at the time I was making an enchanting setup. Well, I ended up not needing it anymore after that, and I had an entire barrel / the botany pot itself was completely full of sugarcane. It could not grow anymore. So it was just kind of stuck like that. So I now have a whole bunch of sugar on standby and almost a full double chest of sugarcane. Just on standby in case I need any more. So I'm guessing that's what's happening with all of this is because one thing is missing from all of these. So I'm going to guess it's that cake that's just glitched out and it's not wanting to function. Which means I'm going to have to glitch in the achievement banner for this one. God. But why though? Why game? You know what? I want to do that at the end. I want to see if I can fiddle around with it some more and see if it will actually register at some point. For right now, I'm just going to leave that be. I ain't going to touch it. But we know that I've made everything. I've even went back and got the sliced variant of most items. There's still a few items I could probably go back and get the sliced variant of. You know, I'm going to slice up this pudding. For no other reason than the fact that I can. Because it's actually telling me it wants me to eat this. Ew. Oh my word. Now I have sugar rush. I don't even know what that does. Okay. But that is, in its entirety, bakery. Sadly, for whatever reason, one of the cakes is glitched out and it isn't registering, which means off camera, I'm going to have to glitch in my completionist banner because it's just not wanting to register. I'm also going to have to move that cow back. But there we go. We've made everything, including the pudding. I just cut it up and ate one for an advancement. So there's everything. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.